Having taken a long break from reviewing Atari 2600 games, I feel like it's time for yet another series of games to be reviewed. These are the 4 released Star Wars games: the arcade game, The Empire Strikes Back, aka Bird vs. Camel, The Return of the Jedi, Death Star Battle, and Jedi Arena. Hey, Star Wars, you got enough thes in there? Or are you just the-ing with me here?
That's the joke.
Anyways, today we'll be reviewing one of the 4, this one being not the very first Star Wars game, but possibly one of the best well-known ones, and is considered one of the greatest games of all time.
Get on with it.
Anyways, enough talk. Let's jump into Star Wars the arcade game and see if it's worth playing or not, shall we?
Yes.
Star Wars the arcade game was a classic arcade cabinet experience back in the day, which eventually got ported to other platforms. But we'll be looking at the Atari 2600 port today only.
Welcome to the future of gaming.
This is a port developed by Magic and Parker Brothers. Yes, the board game company that made other kinds of toys as well, helped bring Star Wars games to home consoles back in the 80s. What a different time that was. In this game, you play as Luke Skywalker or just a rebel pilot in an X-Wing, and you're participating in the battle at the Death Star in Episode 4, A New Hope. Well, I can tell you one thing, you'll be needing hope after you destroy your eyes trying to comprehend this game's graphics.
Hey y'all, Scott here. I've been staring at this all day, I still don't get it.
Jokes aside about Atari being extremely primitive, the gameplay is a loop of 3 phases as you battle TIE fighters in space, then you fly around the surface of the Death Star, and finally, the trench scene where you blast the hole and explode the Death Star.
Best king.
Now, onto the game's controls.
Oh, my favorite.
Thankfully, the game isn't that bad control-wise. I mean, it's frickin' Atari 2600. How can you fuck up the controls, right?
Yeah, he's right.
Well, the game does have a bit of a learning curve. Despite the primitive 2-button controller, you have to use down to move up and up to move down.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly.
I get it.
I don't get it.
Plus, you don't move as fast as you need to, so if something is coming right at you, you will still get hit if you're not reacting fast enough. Then, the game can move your X-Wing.
It's awful.
This has led me to get destroyed many times on phase 2 of the game, and of course, getting game over in the trench as with each repeat of the game. Everything becomes more and more difficult. So, once you go back to the trench again after the first time, get ready to deal with laser barriers.
Just fucking, you know? I think your shit is a fucking show.
Despite the controls being inverted and the slow response of your fighter, it's not that bad, but it will get annoying here and there. So let's talk about the gameplay itself.
It's about time.
As you play, you'll notice a red bar above your score. This is your shield. As you get hit, it goes down. If it's gone, game over. Start all over again. So basically you get 9 tries in a single run. Even if you destroy the Death Star, it will still reset to the very beginning once you lose all 9 shield points. There's 3 phases to the game, with Phase 1, or Level 1, or Section 1, or whatever you want to call it 1. You're just flying through space, blasting the TIE fighters. This goes on for a short while, so dodge their blasters and blow up some stormtroopers that can actually aim when they're in a vehicle, but not when on foot. After about 30 seconds or so, you'll see the moon and move to Phase 2.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
In Phase 2, you're now flying on the surface of the Death Star. However, it's quite difficult to tell what you're looking at.
Is it a car?
Please, God, let it be a car.
A truck? I don't know what it is!
I mean, it's really a mess of tall pixels and circular pixels. If you get hit by any of them, you'll take damage. Even if you blast the tall pixels, it'll still hurt you. Even if you move out of the way, you'll still get hurt by the tall pixels. Like, what the fucking hell is even going on here? Eventually, out of the blue, you'll transition to the trench scene, like abruptly so.
NANI?
For Phase 3, you're now in the trench. I never did get past the second go-around, so I can't say if Darth Vader ever shows up.
Weak.
Instead, it's a very basic, boring run through the trench for the first run. Eventually, you'll come across the opening and need to react fast or take damage and redo the run till you either get it or die. So, if you miss, you can try again. Just make sure you aim right for the hole and give it a good.
I don't like where this is going.
Nice.
After you win, the game repeats itself with more difficult obstacles and more enemies firing at you faster and moving faster. This will lead you to experience the horrors of the trench with laser barriers. Given the slow movement of the X-Wing, I got killed here several times and had to restart the game all over again and 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 again.
Shit the fuck!
This is all the game is at the end of the day. You just keep replaying the same 3 phases over and 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 over again. With ever-increasing difficulty, new threats, and more challenge till you die and start all over again or shut off the game. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong. I'm just pointing out how the game is designed is all.
Okay.
I do wish I was having as much fun as the commercial guy was, though.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick on the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast! Which way? Which way? My shields are gone! Alright! I'm going in!
He died as he lived, as a meth head hallucinating of a better game.
Look, man, I don't do drugs.
It does suck there's no multiplayer option. Even if you took turns once one player dies akin to Pac-Man or Super Mario Bros. That would have been a nice addition, but whatever. I enjoy single player more than multiplayer. It would have just been a nice option to add more value is all, right?
Okay, quit nagging.
At the end of the day, Star Wars the arcade game is an average game, well worth playing.
What?
Sure, the controls are a pain, but it doesn't really ruin the fun, and of course the graphics can be a migraine at times, but that's Atari for you. Overall, it's nothing great, but not the worst Star Wars game for Atari 2600. No, that will be later down the line. For now, this one will have to do, as I'm busy with other projects and personal stuff.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Eventually, I want to take a look at the Rogue Squadron games from back in the day, as I missed out on those. I only really ever cared for the Battlefront series as a kid and teenager, which in turn led me to miss out on tons of Star Wars games. So one day, I hope to cover even more, and eventually every Star Wars game in general. But for now, that's a pipe dream.
I'm gonna grab some shut-eye. Maybe dream a new dream.
Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.